Hey guys, I am back in Shanghai now, which is my new home. I'm here with my friend Francisco. He's over here from Brazil, spending a few days training some mantis with me here. Then he's heading up to Weifang in Shandong to do some more mantis. And we are heading to the Jingwu Athletic Association because that is your own lineage's kind of home, right? Because you're the Jingwu mantis.
Yeah, hey guys, my name is Francisco. I've been a student of 7-star praying mantis for the last 10 years by Sifu Samuel Mendonça in Brazil, direct lineage of Brandon Lai, Guo Yu, Wang Hongfan, Brandon Lai. So it's like very exciting to come to Jingwu and try to do some forms and to homage them all.
I guess it's a bit like a pilgrimage to like the place of origin for you guys,
exactly.
Right? Alright, well, it's been a good few years since I've been here, so can't remember exactly the location, but if I flip my camera around, there are these little kung fu statues with all the different styles written all over it, so I think it's down. I do remember that Jingwu was by this canal somewhere, but can't remember exactly where. But I guess the more and more statues means we're on the right. Oh, there it is, there it is. Jingwu, over the other side of the canal. You can see just over the trees, Jingwu Xuetang, the Jingwu study hall. So that's the original building over there, back where Hu Yunjia in the early 20th century came down here, established the Jingwu Martial Art Association, pretty much revolutionized the world of Chinese martial arts. And I would say most of what we do now as Chinese martial arts, particularly Northern martial arts, is a result of both the Jingwu Athletic Association and how it sought to standardize martial arts, as well as the Guoshuguan, or the National Martial Arts Institute, that was set up by the government, the Republic government, just a little bit later. And this is the Jingwu Bridge. They even got their own bridge. So this is actually the back of the school. We've got to find our way around to the front because this is like a newly built sort of study hall. It's not the original building. The original building, you can just see through the gap in the buildings there. We've got to figure out how to get around. You think we can go through inside? Is it open?
I think so. I remember the drawings there.
The last time I came here, maybe 6 or 7 years ago, they weren't actually teaching any martial arts in the Jingwu place anymore. They had like an MMA gym.
I think they still do, but upstairs they have like a wushu hall with all the weapons and all.
I've never been up there. Maybe we can see if we can go up.
Yeah.
Here's a sign of modern China. It's all these electric vehicles. Ah, ni hao, ni hao.
Oh yeah. There we go.
Oh, here we go. This is the original Jingwu. Unfortunately, they've blocked over the entrance with a picture of the building for some reason. So I guess this is the original building. This one. Yeah. This is the original one, but they have got a great big picture of it in front of it, so I guess they're renovating it. I don't know what they're gonna do.
Wait up, let's take a picture here. I didn't know that.
Yeah, look, here's the sign, right? The former site of the Jingwu Athletic Association. This is the original one. But I've never seen it open. Every time I've been here it's been closed.
Vamos fazer algumas coisas aqui, depois mandar para vocês. Homenagem aí para toda a família nossa.
So that is the original Jingwu building there, and that is where, you know, where it was established by Huo Yuanjia in the early 20th century, I think the 1920s or something. This is where, you know, Luo Guangyu, Yang Weixin, Wang Chuanyi, you know, these guys would have brought Mantis down to Shanghai, and where they, you know, this would have been probably one of the first places that Mantis was, you know, at least at a large scale taught outside of Shandong province. Unfortunately, it looks like we can't go in. It looks like it's all completely boarded up. And if we switch to the other side, this is the current kind of head office of Jingwu. I came here a few years ago, but it didn't look like there's any sort of classes or anything going on anymore. But I think they have a museum inside, so we can go in and check it out. Okay. Well, there's our man. Ah, it's all under renovation. It looks like they're making a museum. 你好，你们在装修，但是我们还可以看看吗？哦，谢谢。So they've put up a whole thing about the history of Jingwu. Defend the national dignity. I mean, this was a period in China when nationalism was most definitely on the rise, Chinese nationalism, and Jingwu was a very big part of that. I think they've got it explained here quite well, you know, the introduction of new ideas after you know, the Opium War and all the things that were going on. There was this idea to use martial arts as a tool to kind of bring the Chinese people together kind of under this, you know, to help create this idea of like Chinese identity and a sense of Chineseness. And so Jingwu wasn't really about like learning how to fight. It wasn't really martial arts as a fighting form or a way of self-defense, but it was a way of sort of practicing and developing a sort of sense of Chineseness through practicing martial art forms. So it was quite revolutionary, I guess, in its ideas. And I would even argue that kind of the very way we practice Chinese martial arts today, and martial arts in general, Korean, Japanese, is a lot from this period of time, you know? A lot from like the early 20th century, Asia, most of Asia was undergoing in different countries this kind of sense of national, you know, developing like nationalism, you know, whether it was imperialism in Japan or nationalism here in China, sort of similar stuff in Korea, that martial arts really was a part of that. And I would say that that's like a reason why Asian martial arts, I think, survived into the 20th century, whereas martial arts in other cultures, being purely fighting systems, you know, pretty much just kind of died out because they became obsolete. And, you know, once you've got guns and things, there's no reason for martial arts anymore. Well, it was a little bit weird to be recording the construction of a museum, but at the same time, I am very happy that they're actually doing this, because like I say, when I came here a few years ago, there was kind of nothing really going on. They pretty much just had like an MMA gym in there, so it's nice to see that they're actually trying to restore and bring the heritage back. So hopefully in a year or so, we can come back and see the museum when it's properly ready, and maybe there'll even be some sort of like opening ceremony or something that we can attend and film for the channel. That would be very, very nice. 我是英国的，然后他是巴西的。对，我们是练武术的。谢谢。所以我们过来。那你们知不知道他什么时候会装修好这个博物馆？
到6月份，5月
月底吧，这个
5月底啊，好快，然后就会就是专门公开。
对。
哦，挺好。我大概6、7年前来，对，然后没有博物馆，啊，挺好。So I want to just interrupt this video briefly to talk to you guys about a product that I use quite a lot myself. Now, I think you know me well enough by now to know that I would not endorse just anything. If I'm going to promote something, it's only going to be something that I truly believe in and something that I genuinely do use myself. Some of you may know that I also work as a journalist and geopolitical analyst. And having this line of work has made me acutely aware of the biases that are present in a lot of mainstream media reporting on world events. And as such, it becomes harder to know what's really going on and to separate reality from the narratives that are being spun. And so one of the products that I use to get around that is something called Ground News. Ground News is an app and website that combines news from around the world in one place so you can compare coverage. For every news source, you can see if they have a political bias, how reliable their reporting is, and who owns them. You can verify your information and know where the news is coming from. With Ground News, you can see what the media is exaggerating, sensationalizing, over or under reporting. You can see who funds each publication, compare coverage, and think critically about the information you consume. Go to check.ground.news/monkeystealspeach to check it out now. If you subscribe for my link, you get 40% off the Vantage subscription. 那老师，请问，您是在金吾会是做什么？
对，我是上海金吾体育总会的副秘书长郑天子非常高兴两位这个外国友人来到我们金吾会。那金吾会是中国近代体育史上第一个成立的民间体育社团，成立于1910年，至今已经有今年是第115年，有115年的历史了。那现在呢，我们看到的这幅字是中国的伟大的民主革命家，叫孙中山。您如果了解中国的历史，应该知道这位人物。当时为金吾会的这个建会10周年出的一本志书里面，叫《金吾本纪》，写了几百字的一篇序，《金吾本纪》。在这里呢，第2幅画讲的是金吾的对女性的尊重、女权的这方面的东西。因为您知道，在中国的传统历史、古代历史，是重男轻女、男尊女卑的。关于武术的传承也是这样，是传男不传女的。但是金吾会的建立，专门成立了中国女子金吾体育会，就让女人可以有和男人一样的权利去享受武术、享受健康，然后这一篇这幅漫画呢，讲的是中国对于金吾体操会当时对西方先进体育的引入。因为可能想到金吾会更多的是传统武术，但是在100年前，金吾会就引进了西方的，比如说拳击 boxing， 还有这个撑杆跳，还有体操等等现代体育，而且他还推进了中国参加奥运会的这个。当时呢，1936年德国柏林奥运会，金吾会组队参加了德国柏林奥运会。金吾会员福保卢是第一个取得决赛权的中国人，当时参加的是撑杆跳。那这幅漫画讲的是金吾的各派武术。金吾会其实电影的叫法大家知道有个精武门的说法，那门在武术中的是指的一门一派，但是我们的真实的名称叫金吾会，为什么呢？因为金吾融各派于一炉，融汇了长江流域、珠江流域、黄河流域的3大流域的200多种武术套路。其中我们看到了最有名的，或者我们最熟知的霍元甲，还有您的这个师祖叫7星螳螂拳的罗光裕，还有鹰爪王陈子正，太极拳师吴建全，还有这个少林门的赵连和。所以，在古代的武林，可能各门各派是相互独立的，有竞争关系，可能互相还有斗争。但是金吾会搭建了一个平台。让各个武林门派都可以在这样上海金吾会这样一个平台上交流，然后可以不分门派，大家什么拳都可以学。
So that was one of those kind of 再见再见. So that was one of those kind of weird, like, what's the word? Unexpected moments that always happen in China. Like, we just rocked up to the Jingwu Athletic Association. We're like, it'd be cool to go and, take a few selfies there, maybe do a couple of forms, just kind of check it out without sort of any real plan. And I guess because they were renovating the museum and we were hanging around for quite a long time, like a couple of foreigners, people probably started talking, like, let's go see who they are. Ends up we get an impromptu interview with the secretary. He says something like the chief secretary or something, like the Mishu Zhang. So they're like the secretary of the Jingwu Athletic Association. I don't know who the other two ladies were, but I think they were some kind of quite important people within the association. We had a little bit of a talk, and they said that the museum will be opening sometime in late May, so I can go back to the welcome, like the opening ceremony for that. So we'll film something for the channel, that'd be quite cool. And then they said as well, I started asking them about, Mantis here in Shanghai, because obviously Luo Guangyu brought Mantis to Shanghai along with Wang Chuanyi and Yang Weixin. The three of them brought Mantis to Shanghai, so you'd kind of think that there would still be some Mantis people practicing, there would still be some transmission of it here. So I asked them and they said there is, and they said that they can put me in touch. So hopefully we will get to see some early transmission of Luo Guangyu's Mantis here in Shanghai, which will be very interesting to see if there's any difference between the kind of Hong Kong-based Mantis that you guys do, that's now kind of the most dominant one in the West, or is it closer to sort of Shandong Mantis? So that's going to be a very interesting thing. So hopefully we can get those set up soon. You guys stay tuned.